Hey friends, it's me, the Ebony Otaku, the well-rounded nerd. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I didn't even know these were there. But they were. So, what was I supposed to do? Just leave them in the store? Of course not. So, it is post-Christmas. Yeah, technically, because it is now January the something, Christmas is on the way. Okay, I'm done. But no, so post Christmas is a really good time to look for sales on figures. Where do you think all this came from? Like, y'all aren't even seeing all of it. You know what? Just let's pause a minute. I'm going to take you over there for a second. I can't show you everything because Homegirl's collection is ridiculous, but not all of this was one bought at the same time. But just take a gander, play spot the property if you would like. But a lot of what I find, I was able to get like when the property was really popular. So there were a ton of figures being put out. And again, this is not my whole collection. This is what's in my office. And I'll go back the other way. Here, there's my Warhammer box I have to put together. I'll do a proper office tour eventually. I'm just giving y'all just a look a little closer as to what all you can spot. Play spot the property. My dog's bed. No, he doesn't chew on anything. My dog is trained. He only chews on his toys, nothing of mine. But yeah, I got a lot of these like on sale after Christmas, holidays, when the property was super popular, which meant there was a bunch of stuff out, which made it easier to find. And honestly, the off season is where you can find some magic. So since Christmas just happened, in my heart of hearts, I would like to think that every action figure out there found a home. But they didn't. And that's okay because clearance racks exist and you can actually make some pretty good finds on the clearance rack. So yesterday I was at the gym. I went to weight training and I'm getting back into martial arts since moving and all of that kind of stuff. So starting to get my workout routine back together the way I'm used to. So while I was at the gym, my husband went to the Wally World to pick up some stuff. So we could meet later for yoga. Yeah, we're those people. Well, I'm those people and I'm making him those people. But he noticed as he walked into the Wally that to the left, there was a clearance rack of toys from the holidays. And would you not know that there were just boxes of Transformers sitting there? I'm not going to say that they were like super rare or anything like that, but they were cool. And there were ones I didn't have, some of them. And one of them is a duplicate, which you know what that means. At some point it comes out the box. But this is post-holiday, like right now, like roll into Target, roll into Walmart. If there's an actual toy store in your town. In my hometown, there is a toy store, one that I know of that's just a toy store. But they didn't really do sales very much because all they sold were toys. So, but yeah, now's the time. Like, go to the hobby store, stuff like that. See what's on sale because they couldn't sell it during the holidays. Because come middle of the year, they're going to start putting out the new stuff for the next holiday season. So right now is actually a perfect time to go look for stuff. So that's my nerdy advice today. But I know why you're here. It's down here on the floor. We are here to see what's in the bag. So shall we open? So first bots first. These two, okay, so yeah, these came in pairs. So what I think they did is they found ones that didn't sell, shrink wrap them together, and they put them together two for $17. So, that makes these like, what, $8.50 a piece. In today's inflated economy, that ain't bad. So these two are, so these are from Transformers Legacy. These are classic figures. So they're not out of the 84, 85, 86 series, but they're still true to the model set that I like. Lesser known Transformers, which is kind of why I wanted them. So this one is a Decepticon named Wild Rider, And we've also got from the Prime universe, Knockout. Who the heck is Knockout? I don't know. But let's unshrink wrap them. I need to take out the trash in my office because a lot of unboxing happens in here. Oh, that's cool. So they actually folded over some cardboard. Well, maybe this was a set that was always supposed to be together. I have a feeling it's not. But we shall see. So, yeah, these are still Hasbro branded because I did not check that in the store because sometimes not even in the big stores like the others exist. Like, you know, those movie companies that make like versions of movies that are just close enough to the original to confuse you. Like, sometimes that does happen with these, but you know, these weren't. These are Hasbro branded. So looking at them up close, they're good little figures. Oh, I do like their I'm always breaking stuff. I do like their transformed selves. So if we look over here at Knockout, take a look at him. So he turns into a little race car. We're here for it. He's got a staff. He can beat the baddies. And then our friend Wild Rider here. He also turns into a race car. So you have an Autobot and a Decepticon in the same box. So I'm all for that. So let's look at the next two. Okay, so this is kind of funny. Did I need to buy it? No, but I wanted to for very specific reason. So this is 85 Studio Series RC and an 84 Series Ironhide. I own both of these figures already. As you know, we unboxed her not too long ago because I had two of her, one that I bought myself and one my husband bought me. These came in a pair. I actually didn't buy it for this one. We'll see what happens to her in the future. Y'all get me towards monetization and we can talk about starting to give stuff away that's in my duplication stack. But over here, we have a Studio 84 Ironhide, which incidentally, I do have. But look at that janky box. He was the only one in the store when I went to go purchase that particular day that I was out transformering. And I was just like, well, I'll take what I can get. But you know the rule. If you have two, one comes out of the box. But for now, let's take these out of the plastic. These are in that box series where they don't put the plastic in the front, which they don't stay as nice. Now, granted, the Alita one that I looked at last week, she is still in the box, and she has the plastic film over her, so she's going to stay nice. Again, they're paired. So this just has a barcode on the back. I think this looks like half a shoebox. I think they just paired figures together the way that they were told to by the parent company and stuck them together. So now we have another RC. I mean, I love RC. Honestly, if y'all don't get me to, you know, a fully monetized channel, I just open her up and stick her on my desk and she makes me happy, which I'm totally okay with. But I would love to eventually be able to start giving back, but we can't do that if there are not funds to send things out into the world. We're getting close. We're this close. Y'all are awesome. Thank you. But with this Ironhide, I'm happy to have him because he gets to stay in the box. Look, that box is pristine. Just compare it to this one. Oh, God, they don't even look like they're the same figure. That is just, that's ugly. Oh, it's ugly. That doesn't look good sitting on my shelf all pretty with all of his brothers and sisters looking perfect. He's not perfect. This one's perfect. So this one stays in the box and we'll go over there with Wheeljack. And we'll go over there with Blur and Cup and just right into his spot. And we will eventually unbox this guy and I'll attempt to transform him. We know how that goes. And we will take him out of the box. But let's look at the last one because it's kind of interesting as well. If you've watched me long enough, you know I love RC. Here is an 86 RC. So now I have 84, 85, and 86 RC. And I do believe I've actually got this one, but I unboxed her. So now I've got her in the box. But I'll have to go back and look through my collection, make sure before I do anything about whether or not she's in or outside the box. But it feels really good to have this one in the box. And then I've got here, this is a Decepticon. This is Sideways. Now, this one says 88 on it. but he looking real Michael Bay. to be quite honest, like, look at him. Look at the Michael Bayness of it all. So let's take these guys out of the shrink wrap. So we can get a closer look at them. Oh, the pile of debris on my floor. If y'all could see it, it'd be a little embarrassing. Actually, my office stays clean. I'm a rather tidy person in general. Otherwise, I couldn't do this. Like, I have a rule. Like, here's some unsolicited advice. When it comes to collecting, especially if you live in collector land like I do, where everyone in your house is into it, or if you're just the one who's into it, my rule is if I'm going to bring it in, I have to be able to beautifully display it. If I can't, there's no space for it. Luckily, I have a whole house and everyone's okay with it. But if that's not you, get creative with your display spaces. Like, I encapsulated my books into a bookshelf that's closed, but I can use that top space for display. I got really cool shelves. I go up walls. I pin things to walls. Like, it's a whole thing with me and the collecting. I need to take a pause. It's hot chocolate season. That is delicious. I have one of those warmers on my desk that keeps your mug warm. It's pink with a kitty cat on it. Because that's how I choose to live my life. It does have a matching cute little cup, but that is not the cup I chose to use today. But let's look closer at her. So, oh, she's beautiful. I love her. One of the things I love about RC, she's kind of got that Princess Leia look to her. Like the little buns, and yeah, like, just because you have to remember the original Star Wars, it came out before I was born, so I didn't get to experience the funness of it all in the original airing season. But didn't the original Star Wars, correct me if I'm wrong, it came out in the late 70s, like 78, 79, something like that. It was just before the 80s, and you can definitely tell that they took inspiration for her look from Leia Organa. Like, that's like the curly cues. Even the way she's holding her blaster is very much a reminiscent, respectful representation. Like, look at her face. Like, come on. Come on. Like, we know what you did here. And you know what? We're all okay with it. I have no idea who this is. Again, looking real Michael Bay. So this is Sideways from 1988. So I was a wee thing in 1988. I don't think I was yet interested in Transformers. I'm gonna look up on my phone here who is Sideways. We gonna ask the Googler who Sideways is. Gonna back that up. I had to look up how to spell Rurouni Kenshin earlier. That's one of my favorite anime of all time, and I've heard it's getting a reboot, so I'm super excited about that. So let's see what we got here. Decepticon Sideways, Studio 88. Search. Okay, so there he is. And who is he? Is Sideways a Decepticon? Despite being defeated and seemingly killed in Armada. Oh, that's why I don't know who he was. I didn't watch Armada. Sideways somehow returns in Cybertron to rejoin the Decepticons, later choosing to follow Starscream when he breaks away to form his own factions. That would be why I don't know much about him. Because I don't go much past Gen 1, Gen 2. Except for the reboot series they did a couple of years ago. Came out in the middle of the pandemic. It was great. It was great. And you know what? That's another reason I was able to get so many toys. Was because even though grocery stores and stuff were open, people weren't going. And my need for action figures and retail therapy during that time was strong. So if I was ever getting down or not feeling good, no one was at the store. So all of these action figures were just sitting there, just lonely and unpurchased. And I gave them a home. I'm a giver that way. That's why I ended up getting so many at a weird time, because not only did the War for Cybertron series come out, but it coincided with putting out these Gen 1 model figures. That's why I got so many of them. The pieces of the puzzle. But yeah, I never went much past Gen 1, Gen 2. Very much a Gen 1, Gen 2, War for Cybertron, classic models kind of person. Although, y'all have introduced me to some other Transformers properties that I definitely want to get into when I have the time. So, we're going to, I'm not attached to him. So, this is a question as to whether or not he gets an unboxing. Comment down below. Should we leave him in the box or set him free? So now I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to take y'all over to my shelves and show you how I'm going to make room to have these. Because again, some are duplicates, so I don't care about them being displayed. They just have to have a place to live that doesn't look junky and crowded. So I'll see you over on my display area. So I'm going to start down here on the bottom shelf. And ooh, the lighting is not being friendly to me. 1 second, let me make light. That is so much better. Now y'all can see. So see here, I've got lots of space. This is where the dog sleeps. I don't move his bed. So I need to utilize this space to help me put other figures here. So I'm actually going to move these two little Sailor Moon figures, which, oh my God, I had to have bought these in like 1997. And look how yellow they are still in the package. But one of my favorite tools for hanging figures is toothpicks, and these actually happen to have, you know, the kind of tops where you can hang them, not toothpicks, thumbtacks. So I am actually going to thumbtack them up in a couple of places. So let's see here. Where do we want to thumbtack? I think I'm going to thumbtack one here. So I'm actually using the gap in these shells because these are wafer shelves and I can't really get thumbtacks in the wood. So I use the gaps. So there, ooh, man, that was more work than I thought it was going to be. So we're just going to hang Sailor Uranus here. Look at that. She was 99¢. I was hoping the date would be on there. It's at KB Toys. So that tells you how old I am. And now we're just going to put Sailor Neptune right next to her. So those are hanging. So look, I just created space. Now look at all of that display room in there. We need to fill that up. So yeah, that's a whole Galvatron back there. He's one of my favorites. We're going to move Optimus for just a second. And let's grab new Ironhide and new RC. But wait, you can't see all of them facing forward. Shh, it's okay. The point is, I got them to fit. That's what matters here. And we are going to take Optimus, and we're just going to slide him right on top. But you can't see Galvatron. I know he's there. That's what matters. And now we have my other 85 RC that I opened and couldn't decide if I was going to leave her in the box. Well, she's coming out of the box for sure now because, boom, there's her replacement. So the other one, her, she's going to go on my desk. Here is my other 85 RC. And because I know what she looks like, we are just going to slide him right in front. And then last but not least, down here, coming on down, I've got Blur here, and I've got some other Warhammer stuff back there. But we are going to slide Blur back. And actually, no, Blur comes forward. And we're going to put these guys towards the back because I don't know much about them. So they don't mean as much to me to be seen. Wakanda forever. And he should... boop, slide right in. Ooh, my light went away. My bad, y'all. My bad. Bring the light back. There we go. So, there they go. And now this one, 100% gets to live outside of the box. So we're going to slide her out. I'll do something with the transforming instructions, but I'm actually going to toss the box now because she's coming out to stay. And remember, this one actually stands up really well. And she comes with this little... display area if I wanted to use it, which I'm probably not because she's going to go on my desk. So she's not going to get transformed. She's actually going to slide onto my desk. So let's find her a spot on the desk. And so here she is standing proud on my desk. I stuck a little bit of double-sided tape down, just kind of help her hold her position. That way, if I hit my desk or something, she's not going to fall over, because even though she's a duplicate in my collection, she's one of my favorites. Yeah, let's make her cool and sassy. So, yeah, next to my little Sailor Moon music box, next to hand-painted Bilbo, Robotech, a Pochita I painted. Yeah, there's a little, some of my wall that I see when I'm working. Those are the headphones I use for work. Just welcome to the other side. So that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, right now is a really good time to just get out there and go look for things. And if I haven't said it before, I'm going to say it now. Thank you all so much for all the views, all the comments, the likes, the subscribes. I'm really enjoying the YouTube thing. And just, full disclosure, I do intend to get my channel monetized. I don't ever want to become somebody who uses their user base, though. I feel like that if people give me a means to make extra money by just watching me do stuff, I do want to be able to, like, hey, thank you so much for what you did. I want to be able to, send out prizes and stuff like that. I think that's, like, kind of the right thing to do. So when I get to that point, I definitely am going to do that now that I know how all of that works. But I do enjoy it, and I really appreciate the interaction and the growth of the channel. I know in YouTube terms, I am still a pipsqueak at best, but it is growing. The views are growing. The subscribership is growing. Y'all are sharing it out there. So from me to you, thank you, and let's see what we do in 2024. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.